Hello friends. An amazing artist named Karos sent me this amazing idea for a sleepy lo-fi beat, and it is nearly completed. The only thing it needs is some guitar, so I get the great opportunity to record guitar for this awesome sleepy lo-fi track. I figured this would be a great opportunity to bring you along with me so you can see my thought process and some of the tricks and things that I use when recording sleepy guitar. Alright, so here we go. I've got Logic open, and the first thing I like to do is give the track a couple listens. I already did that, but I will go ahead and give a preview now. So there's so many beautiful aspects to this track. I love the ambience. I love the soft drums, the pads, the nighttime sounds and ambiances are just so good. So yeah, when I heard this, I knew immediately I had to work on it. As we see, there are kind of two parts, right? There's a main part here, then there's kind of a break, and then a part here at the end. The idea is to come up with some guitar parts that are similar but different enough in each of those breaks that keeps the track interesting. So I've got the guitar slides done, and again for now I just got them going across the entire song, and I do want to briefly break down the chain that I have for these guitar slides. So first I have the Corey Wong amp from Neural DSP. This is the amp I'm using, and I'm using some delay and reverb. I have the dry wet knob all the way cranked, and then the decay cranked as well. And then I'm going into some ROM reverb, just a beautiful reverb. So 2 reverbs. And then I'm going into a bit of distortion. I just love putting some slight saturation after a lot of reverb because it really helps bring out some harmonics and compress the sound. And it just creates a really cool, unique sound, especially on guitar slides. And then finally, I'm just doing some EQ, cutting out some lows and highs. Again, later, I probably mess with this a bit more. Maybe cut out some more lows or some more highs, bring down the volume a bit. But for now, this is where I like it. So after giving this another listen, I really just love how this first half feels, and I don't really want to add anything else. What I notice is the first half is really simplistic, and the guitar slides really help it move. And then the second half of this chunk, so over here, there's this beautiful bell that comes in, and I don't really want to add anything to distract from that. I think it's just very great. So I think I'm going to just move on to the break here and then to the second half of the track to bring in some more guitar elements. So I spent a good amount of time just kind of noodling around on my guitar, messing around with effects, playing with solos and hitting random notes and a bunch of wrong notes. And that's something that I recommend doing because you never know what you might come up with. And in this case, I came up with a really simple part for the break. I know I spent so much time noodling around and only came up with like 3 or 4 notes, but that's how it is sometimes. And this is what it sounds like. Again, just a really simple guitar part because there's already a piano melody going on and I really want to stay out of the way of that. And again, I've got the Corey Wong amp on it. I'm doing some parallel compression and a little bit of EQ, just cutting out the lows and bringing the volume down a tad bit. Now for the ending, I have the same guitar effects on that I have for the guitar break, and I really could see just kind of a simple solo going on at the end. I think a good amount of the track has gone by where we can introduce a bit more guitar. I think we're pretty safe here. I still am going to be very, very careful with the notes I play and the placements of the notes to stay out of the way of some of the tweakles and the bells and the piano. I don't want it to be really exactly a guitar solo, just kind of a more of a guitar melody. And this might take me quite a few takes, but I'll show you what I get at the end. Alright, so I have the ending guitar parts down, and I think I'm pretty satisfied with them. You'll notice that the first guitar chunk is a bit busier than the second guitar chunk, and that's because there's more elements that come in later on that I didn't want to cover up or distract from. So the second half has way less notes. You'll notice at the very end here, I do a lot of sliding up and down from one note to another, kind of creating like my own manual delay on the guitar. And I don't know, it just creates kind of a cool delay effect that I like to use. Here's what it sounds like. So that's really all the guitar I think this track needs. I know it's only 3 guitar parts, and I do feel a bit bad that I'm not contributing much more to this track, but I'll definitely go back and maybe sprinkle in a little guitar here and there and tweak some notes and just make it, perfect. Really put in the time and effort into this. But all it takes is finding the right notes and tones to play well with the track that you already have. Let's take a listen to what we did. So I hope you're able to get something out of that. A huge thanks to Karos for having me on this track. And please note that this hasn't been mixed or anything yet, and I still have to go back and change a couple little things in the guitar. So this is not the final by any means, but I do really think it's coming together. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.